guys, I thought I'd do something a little different tonight. Instead of showing you how I make dinner, I thought I'd show you what it ends up looking like at the end, because I always show you how I make everything, but then I don't get to show you the end result because the live videos, I don't want to make you sit there live for 45 minutes. So I wanted to show you what the dinner that I make, the grapes and the chickens and olives. I made that I think 2 or 3 videos ago. And so I made it again tonight because I was not feeling like anything, making anything for dinner. And I looked in the fridge and I thought, like, whoa, what's in here? There just happened to be a little bit of grapes, some olives, and the chicken. So that's what ended up happening for dinner. And since I already showed you how to make it, I thought I'd show you this time how I finish it off, how I plate it up, and what I serve it with. I also wanted to try, excuse me, something new tonight. I've been thinking a lot lately about my clients and the people that I work with, and my Whole30 Challenge group. So if you don't already know, I run a Whole30 Challenge group. I do help people go through the Whole30 process. If you don't know what that is, it's eating whole foods for 30 days. You cut out all the major offenders and you find out through an elimination type diet what it is that's going on with your digestional system, what's causing problems. We can even find out from doing elimination diets why we have anxiety, depression, thyroid disease, just regular old upset stomach, IBS, constipation, diarrhea, etc. So that's why I think an elimination diet is so incredibly important. So I run the Whole30 Challenge groups, and I was thinking about my clients who are right in the middle. Today is day 3 for most of them. Some of them are started a little bit early, so they're a little bit further in. And the common thing that I'm getting is, I'm at the grocery store, I'm starving, I don't have any lunch prepared, I don't know what to do, what am I supposed to eat today? So I wanted to talk a little bit about being prepared and having food in your pantry that's safe for you, and not having things in your house that are not safe for you. Recently, a little over a week ago, my grandmother passed away, and for me, when something like that happens in my life, I immediately want to reach for the old comfort foods, the ones that I really, really wanted when I was back eating a standard American diet. For me, it was like sourdough bread and chocolate chip cookies and Oreos dipped in whole milk. Of course, before knowing what was going on with myself and how that was like causing so much more detriment than ever actually healing anything. But that's what happened for me. I wanted to go back to all of those comfort foods. And at that point, I just felt really, really, really grateful that my pantry and my refrigerator were full of clean food options, and I didn't even have the choice to go back to those types of foods. So really, really helping yourself by being prepared for those types of scenarios, not for someone losing someone in your family, but wanting those comfort foods. Especially when we're doing an elimination type diet, we get really frustrated, anxious, we want the sugar, we're craving all of these old things that we want to go back to. So having that really good, high quality stuff in your pantry and in your fridge, it's going to help make it a lot easier for you to stick to those changes that you're trying to make for yourself. So going back to that old saying, not preparing for success is preparing for failure. So I really want you guys to be successful. If you haven't heard of the Whole30 yet, or if you didn't know about my Whole30 Challenge groups, please message me. I'm here to help you. I really want to make you guys succeed. I do these videos every week because I want to give you options to know that food can taste good. Good food for you can taste good. You don't have to meal prep with boiled chicken and steamed broccoli 5 days a week. I would just like, oh my gosh, lose it. That would be horrible, horrible. You can have incredibly tasty food, different things every single day of the week, and it doesn't have to take too long to do it. So I am really excited to show you the end result for the chicken, grapes, and olives. It took me about, I don't know, 3-4 minutes to prepare while my kids were screaming at me and the dog was standing at my feet, and somehow or another it had to get in the oven so that I could have dinner prepared. So everything is a little quieter now, and I wanted to show you that it's got about 2-3 more minutes left on that. So a couple more things I wanted to talk to you about, a couple of exciting things. I'm going to start doing an interview series. So once a week you can visit the page and I'm going to do live interviews with business owners about, well, really in the health field and not the medical field. I mean like people who actually want to see you get healthier. So people like myself, nutritionists, people like chiropractors and acupuncturists, and I want to be able to give you the options to help you feel better and understand why and how all of those different mediums can help you. So be sure to like the page, share the page, get other people involved. There's going to be really exciting things coming up. Not only am I going to be doing interviews for the store owners and those types of business owners, but I'm also going to be doing some really cool patient success stories and following patients through their process. So people with all different types of ailments that are coming to me to help heal through doing elimination type diets and then bringing in those really high quality foods. You're going to get to see their progress throughout their whole journey. So that's going to be really exciting, and I'm really, really, really happy to share that with you. So without further ado, let's get the chicken out of the oven. So that's been going for about 45 minutes. It smells amazing. I did chicken legs because that's what I had in the fridge. Also, I did grapes because I had a grape medley. So there's red and green grapes, black and green olives, and then I didn't have any shallots this time, so I put a little tiny bit of red onion. I did the same thing I did in the last video. If you missed that, go ahead and look back to the grapes and olives video where I got the pan super, super, super hot, seared the chicken chicken legs, then did skin side up in the oven with all the good stuff on top. I also happened to pick up some Brussels sprouts and asparagus today, so that's what we're having on the side. And then I typically always have some sort of salad in the fridge just so it's easy. So this is my big old salad my sister made this week to get use up some of the veggies. So this will be a part of our side dish too. So we've got salad, Brussels sprouts, which my husband hates so much that he tried to drop them on the floor before we put them in the oven. So Brussels sprouts and then asparagus. If I do Brussels sprouts, I try to do an extra veggie because I know he doesn't like them, even though I try to force him to eat those Brussels sprouts. Oh well, more for me. Okay, here comes my chicken. Even though I have granite, I still don't want to put the super hot cast iron pan on the granite countertops. So, oh my gosh, I seriously wish at any time that there was smell-o-vision that this was it. Can you even believe how beautiful this is? Golden, crispy skin. The grapes and olives kind of take on each other's juices and become like really, really plump, and the grapes kind of get savory and the olives kind of get sweet, and the red onions or shallots, if you have them, which is better, that adds just this little tiny bit of a kick. And then the only other seasoning on there is salt and pepper. I don't wash my cast iron pan between every time I cook with it. So this morning I made bacon in the pan, so there was a little bit of bacon grease left in there. That's just going to add a whole other layer of flavor, so yay! Okay, next coming out of the oven is my Brussels sprouts. And for tonight, I made the Brussels sprouts. All I did was I opened the bag and I put some duck fat on top of it and a little bit of sea salt. But I thought I have made before in the past Brussels sprouts with raisins. So if you see these little they're kind of plumped up now. They took on and absorbed all the moisture from the Brussels sprouts as well as the duck fat and the salt and all of that. So those raisins are like really squishy little, I don't know, reconstituted grapes. I don't know, super, super good. Okay, so that's the Brussels sprouts. And then the last thing is the asparagus. And that I did nothing to. I was going so quickly to try to get this on the pan and in the oven before the kids were getting too wild. So I didn't even cut the stems off. I'll do that at this point. But a little bit of duck fat just kept that flavor going, and a little bit of sea salt. These all went in the oven, 350 degrees. The chicken was about 45 minutes. It's going to be different depending on if you have thighs, breasts, legs, whatever different cut you have of meat. It's going to take different time in the oven. The Brussels sprouts, because I left them whole, I put them in at the same time as the chicken because I really want them to be cooked all the way through. There's nothing worse than undercooked Brussels sprouts, for real. The asparagus I put in just about 15 minutes ago on the top rack and let that go. So then everything would be done at the same time. That's all I'm doing for dinner. Even though my mom's not watching yet, I'll do a shout out to her because she gets frustrated if I don't. So, hi, Mom. Don't forget to like the page, share the page, go to the Facebook, facebook.com/independence through nutrition, click like, follow the page. You'll see every Friday night I do these cooking videos. Tonight it was really fun for me to get to show you the end result, and now before my food gets cold, I'm going to go sit down and eat it. And then be sure to watch out for those video series that are coming out. So it'll be interviews with business owners who are really, really focused on your health. I'm looking into doing acupuncture, chiropractic, Reiki, and the cryotherapy, those little frozen ice chambers that you walk into for 3 minutes. As well as the salt baths. I mean, really anything that's health related. So watch for those, watch for the success stories. You never know when someone's going to say those trigger words that are what you're dealing with too. So there's really a lot of opportunity here for us all to get healthy and us all to help each other. And that's really the main focus of this whole journey that we're on, is just to be healthy, to be happy, to feel energized, and to get to play with our kids, right, when they're being all wild and crazy, still yelling in their bed. I can hear them. All right, you guys have a wonderful night. Don't forget to like the page, and I'll see you next Friday. Have a good one.